I'm stopped on the north side of Ottumwa here, 215, because I'm watching this thing develop right overhead on radar and watching it visually. It's a nice flat base. I need to get back on the east side of that thing, I think. Some rumbles, I think. Nice early storm erupting here near Ottumwa. To drive through the core of my developing storm here, going back east on Highway 34, just north of Ottumwa. Shouldn't be packing too much in there just yet. Let's see. Updraft region. I did get some rain X on the rental. Just getting tone. I think it's tornado warning. Yeah, tornado warning on this storm already. It's already rotating on radar. I can see the base. It's not producing that I can see. All right, but we have a developing supercell on us. Holy smokes. Look at this thing. Sirens going here in agency. I'm going to creep north, get a little closer. This thing's crawling. See if maybe we get a new area to organize right here on the leading edge. Yeah, I think we're probably just trying to organize still. More staccato lightning up here. Base on my window. I'm gonna go east. There's something wrong with the environment up here where these storms are going up. They go from nothing to wow, that's about to be a tornadic supercell, and then they just collapse on themselves. So I just watched two updrafts like go from might produce a tornado, put a tornado warning on it, sound the sirens, excuse me, and then they're just gone. Those two storm bases are gone now. So additional storms are firing to my east, back toward the Iowa-Illinois border. There's a supercell, a messy supercell, off to my southeast that has a new tornado warning on it that I just, routed myself in front of. I think I did anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna route to Mount Pleasant. The storm is just southwest of Mount Pleasant. It's tornado warned. At this point, we play the event, which is just stay out ahead of stuff. It's probably gonna grow upscale. It's probably gonna grow into a linear situation where we're predominantly looking for embedded couplets or embedded tornadoes or something like that. But just keep getting, there's a great base out my window right now. I don't even know what it is on radar that I'm looking at, but anyway, we're gonna drop down to Highway 34, which has been our highway today. We're gonna get back east. That's the updraft on the tornado warned storm to my south that I'm kind of trying to get in front of now. So you can see the big updraft, the anvil blowing over the top of me here from that. You look out the window, that updraft tower right there, got a nice base under it. This is the base I was just talking about. nice updraft going up above that. So there's convection is exploding here, but too much of it probably in too small of a space. Get updrafts interfering. They can't tap into the environment here, so tornado potential may be dropping. Storm potential though, they're exploding, so 'tis the season. Let's have some fun. Trees. You can see the inflow feeder bands there getting sucked into the storm, and there is a wall cloud behind the trees. Crazy. It's like trying to do it right overhead. It's a weak attempt, but it's trying. Everything trying to consolidate right overhead. And we got another stupid storm coming up from the south. Try and interrupt. Hold on. Let's jog west a mile. I'd still say the storm doesn't look great, but we're getting a bit of a merger and nudger, and now I'm noticing this really fast rising motion here and a bit of a circulation. Just coming north out of, just came north out of Salem, just south of Mount Pleasant. A little bit of a swirl here, getting ready to cross the highway. Swirl aloft anyway. Right up on it just so we can see if it's gonna touch down. We'll be close. Let's do it right there. Disorganized little storm continues. I'm gonna gas up here at the Casey's in New London, just east of Mount Pleasant. Just a lot of storms going up, and they're all kind of spinning, but none of them really sustaining. None of them doing anything all that dangerous, which is fine for these folks. Just keep drifting with the storms, so if one of them does something, we're in the area. Draft to our south. Everything goes up and it's rotating, and then it gets time to mature, and it's like, never mind. Nice little storm base back here, just south of town. Slow rotation in it. to do that.
But you take your time.
Cute little funnel under that updraft. We have a storm still. It's not especially scary looking. It's yanking Scud up any minute. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and stretch the legs. Ending the chase on the Illinois side of the river with the sun still high in the sky. No tornadoes today, but we got on probably the best storm that we could have got on. We got on that immediately supercellular and tornado-warned storm by Ottumwa, and then we continued on, new updrafts kind of associated with that area for the next 2 to 3 hours that were tornado-warned a lot of the time, rotating at higher levels a lot of the time, but just could not get it done at ground level. That's not uncommon during the summer. You just don't have enough wind shear to get it done. You're very close, but sometimes it seems very easy to produce tornadoes, and sometimes you're very aware that it's a delicate process. And today we did not have the ingredients without getting a storm to go right on the surface low with all that vorticity. So what we've got here is a gravel road. We've got severe storms off to the north, a big bow echo right along the Illinois-Wisconsin border, kind of charging through Madison, Wisconsin, may end up over toward the Chicago area eventually, but there's an outflow boundary. You can see kind of like this is where the most intense area is. The outflow comes all the way up here and wraps around to this shelf cloud over the top of the corn. You got more storms that go down that way, Anvil blowing off here, and then you've also got scattered storms in central Illinois, non-severe storms, but you see an updraft here. I saw some lightning earlier. Nice updraft down that way to my south. So as I make my way home, it'll be this direction towards these scattered storms. I was kind of hoping, maybe we get a nice shelf cloud with a wind bag coming back towards home, but the wind bag is north. We just don't have the right alignment here, so the storms are just kind of like training in this direction. So the outflow boundaries over here, the storms though are just, they're lined up, but they're not making any eastward progress. And I'm not gonna sit here and wait for this is not a derecho day. This is not where I'm gonna set up and wait for some 90-mile-per-hour winds. We've enjoyed a lot of storminess today. There's storminess toward home that probably won't be that interesting, but I doubt this will be either. The end of a chase in the Midwest in July. There will probably be more. I've seen better storms and I've seen dumber storms. Rental did fine today. I miss my Subaru though. Miss my Forester. This is why I have it. Look at this radar. That is not interesting. That is just a lot of thunderstorm.